Boom shakalaka, Bitcoin has just done something it has never done before in its entire 13-year history. I honestly thought I would never be making this video, but today we're going to be talking about exactly what that is and what it means for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, we were talking about how Bitcoin did something it has never, ever done in its entire history and what this means for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Now, today, we are in 6 single-digit extreme fear for the 4th day in a row. The sky is falling and it's continuing to fall. The overall market's down 8% today. Bitcoin down almost 10% today to 19,155. Ethereum at 996. BNB at 201. Cardano 45 cents. XRP 30 cents. Solana $28 and Dogecoin 5 cents. If you want to know the top coins today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, there would be Trust Wallet, Helium, Reserve Rights, Solana, and Nest Protocol. And if you want to check out token metrics for yourself, as a matter of fact, get a free week. There is a discounted link down in the description. Now, Bitcoin has just done something it's never ever done before. In its 13-year history, it has never done this, but it just decided today is the day, June 18th of 2022. Why the heck not do it today? Well, what is that thing? It just broke below previous all-time highs. Now, back in 2018, Bitcoin is set, or 2017, Bitcoin set an all-time high of roughly $20,000, just under $20,000. Never in its history has Bitcoin broken below that territory, breaking below a previous all-time high. If we take a look at Bitcoin previously, we had an all-time high in 2011, never broke below there. We had an all-time high in 2013, never broke below there. We had an all-time high in 2017. Guess what? We just broke below there. First time ever. Now, granted, there were only 2 times previously when it didn't happen, so there would only be a 75% chance that it wouldn't happen this time. Clearly, we erred on the side of the 25% chance of it breaking below. But that changes everything because a lot of people thought $20,000 was the bottom. You can't go lower than $20,000. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't break through a previous all-time high until June 18th, 2022. Because now, my friends, it does. So what particularly does this mean? Well, this is the scenario we were talking about previously. Historically, as a matter of fact, we were talking about it from all the way back up here when Bitcoin was like $36,000. When Bitcoin broke through this orange line, the 100 weekly moving average, every time previously, it had gone down to at least the 200-day moving average's yellow line, 22,400. And on COVID, it went all the way down to this green line, the 280 weekly moving average, which right now has Bitcoin price at about $17,400. Could we go down there? Absolutely, especially as I see right now, the price of Bitcoin below $19,000. You can see right up here, as the price keeps coming down, it could certainly touch there, and it might even go lower. Because if we take a look at some charts here, where we overlay the charts of Bitcoin from touching the 200-week moving average up to the top, guess what? They come down to that level. But if we take a look at Bitcoin charts from the distance they are from the halving and plot that over now, that brings them down to about $15,000. And if we take a look at this right here, we have these bottoms right here. We just plot a line out from there to where we are right now. I would say the ultimate bottom right now would be roughly $5,600. This could get bad. Let's hope it doesn't get that bad. I think like a very likely bottom would be $12,000, maybe $9,000, but $5,000. That would send people crazy. But that's what needs to happen for a bottom to get set and then everything to start rebuilding. It needs to shake out all the weak hands. And if the weak hands are still hanging on at $17,000, guess what? It's going lower, which, not great news for Bitcoin. However, what I will say is we do have a couple charts to take a look at today. And, before I get into that, guys, yes, the price is going to come down. Does that change anything? Does that alter that value of Bitcoin? No. Bitcoin is still insanely valuable. Michael Saylor says repeatedly, if we knew the value, how valuable Bitcoin actually was, You couldn't get your hands on it, anything close to the price it's available at today. But people just don't understand it yet. So we have to have a crash. Because we have global economic uncertainties, we have rising interest rates, and we had a lot of people putting money in the markets that probably didn't need to put money in there, and then other people getting money tied up in places where it shouldn't be tied up, and we had liquidations, hundreds of billions of dollars gone. So, that being said, just need to kind of ride this out and see what happens with it. Now, recently, Willy Woo posted this. This was back when Bitcoin price was still above $20,000. He said, profiling the cost basis of the entire supply. Past generational bottoms have happened when only 36 to 43% of coins were left standing at a profit. Right now, 51% of coins are still in profit. So basically, there hadn't been enough liquidations yet. You can see historically, when Bitcoin was in his green band, these were the bottoms in terms of percent liquidations. We are not there yet. We're getting closer now. As the price keeps getting lower, we are getting closer. Because if we take a look at this chart right here, even Bitcoin miners are capitulating. All the people that started mining Bitcoin at the top when it was very, very profitable, right now they're realizing, hey, I can't make a profit in it, and they're capitulating. Bottoms normally coincide with miners capitulating. Weak miners are bankrupted, adding to sell pressure in a cascade. Ribbon then recovers. The green circle is at the bottom. Looks like we're deleveraging right now, similar to COVID event. So when COVID happened, a lot of miners had to deleverage, and then eventually it flipped back here, and that was most likely the bottom, similar to the bottom here in 2019. Well, we have another deleveraging event going on with Bitcoin miners, and potentially another bottom coming up in the near future. But we do have some good-looking charts for Bitcoin, because while the sky may be falling, and it certainly feels like it's falling right now, I mean, this is bear territory, and this is where you just have to put on your big boy hodl pants and just hodl through it, like work for a few years, and then eventually it comes back. But here's the thing. William Clemente says, if you're selling here, you're betting on this time being different. If it is or if it's not because of macro conditions, it's up for you to decide. Historically, we are at the Bitcoin 4-year trend lows, okay? These are literally the lowest prices that Bitcoin ever sees. Not only that chart, but when we take a look at the MVRV Z-score, we can see we're at the same levels as the bottoms. Now, granted, it could, based on macro events, could go lower, but historically, these are the lowest lows that Bitcoin ever sees. Right now, the Bitcoin production cost, we are way down on this band, similar to prices that we've been in previous lows. And finally, with this moving average, again, pretty much touching all the lows, and we are right down there right now. So, what does that mean? Well, if you are bullish, Permeable TA analyst Aurelian Ohayon says, hey, the bull run starts. The 3-week chop zone indicator gives accurate and error-free bottoms. So it gives the beginning of Bitcoin bull runs. We can see right now it is flagging the 3-week chop zone indicator. Each time previously, it signaled the bottom, and we can see right now it is signaling again. So while the price may continue going down for a few weeks, 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, this is likely signaling the bottom. Could be a time to solidify your position. Most likely not the time to sell. So that's all for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I never thought I'd be making this video about Bitcoin, about it breaking previous all-time highs, but I'm happy that it did, because I can say I was there on that day. What did you do on the day Bitcoin broke previous all-time highs? I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Have a good one. Peace.